Hi everyone. Summer is going to look a little bit different from normal at Church Central South, and I'd like to give a bit more detail about that in this video. Now, please bear with me. There is a lot going on at the moment, and I reckon, though I'll try to be as snappy as possible, we're heading for like an 8-minute video here. Let's see if I can shave a bit off that, but basically you got to pace yourself. Cool, let's do it. Now, the main focus of what I want to talk about will be about Sunday mornings. But before that, I want to bring to your attention another difference this summer that we haven't talked about yet. After 30 years of faithful, uninterrupted labour in planting this church and then leading it so brilliantly, Jonathan is taking a well-deserved sabbatical. Now, this sabbatical is going to be in 2 parts. The first part is going to be very, very soon. It's going to be in August and September. And the focus there is just going to be simply having a bit of a break. Then in the new year, in 2023, he'll be taking another 6 weeks sabbatical with maybe more of an intentional focus, and we'll give you much more information about that nearer the time. But for August and September, what is that going to look like for us and for him? Well, Jonathan may well still be around a load of church things, because you know what? It might sound strange to you, but he doesn't just hang around with us lot because it's his job. I don't want to overstate this, but I just think he actually quite likes us. So therefore, he will probably still be around some church stuff, but he won't be leading things. He won't be leading a community group, for example, and he's not going to be preaching or leading meetings. But there's something else that won't be happening, and that will involve us. We won't be bothering him during that time, will we? We won't, will we? Now, in all seriousness, I want to say this. I know that many of you would agree when I say this, that Jonathan is a brilliant father, he's a brilliant shepherd, he's a brilliant pastor, he's a brilliant all sorts of Bible leadery words to many of us. He's a great listener, he gives wise counsel, and therefore all of us, and you know what, probably me more than most actually, we take advantage of his availability and his counsel, and have done, many of us, for many, many years. So please can I ask you, and I'll promise to be on my best behaviour too, if you have benefited at all from Jonathan's leadership over the years, and actually if you haven't as well, please could you just give him a short break. And if you see him, please be really friendly to him, that's appropriate. But if you need help with anything in particular, could you not bring that to Jonathan in August and September, even if you see him? Now, it's not that those things don't matter. I'm sure all sorts of things will come up in our lives in the next couple of months. But if they do, please bring them to your community group leaders or to myself, Rich or Ed, and we'll help you out. Or you know what, just store them all up for October. By then he'll be bored and need stuff to do. And so we can just dump it all on him then. Okay, got it? Fantastic. Now, with that said then, there will be something else different this summer as well. And that's going to be more to do with Sunday mornings. And hopefully you'll know a bit about this already. But just to recap, unfortunately, due to a number of reasons, ranging from, I don't know, school housekeeping to the Commonwealth Games, Church Central South cannot meet at King Edward's Girls' School for the next 7 weeks until the start of September. And therefore, we've had to come up with an alternative plan. And an alternative plan we have come up with. And that plan is this. We will be continuing to gather across the city on Sunday mornings over the next 7 weeks, but we will be doing it in community groups, in homes across the city. Now, for the rest of this video, I'd like to give you more details of what this will look like, and also hopefully turn this in your minds from being just a little bit of a pain to being an opportunity that we can all really grab hold of. Because you see, while this situation was not one that we chose, we as leaders are really excited about this plan, and we definitely see God's hand all over it. Why are we excited about it? I hear you ask. Well, I'll give you 3 reasons. Firstly, we're excited about it because community groups are at the heart of our church community. By meetings on Sundays in our community groups over the summer, we're really not doing anything massively new, if we're being honest. For the last 2 years, our community groups have been at the absolute dead center of community and discipleship in this church. And this summer is just going to continue things in that direction. It seems to me that in all of our community groups, we all actually quite enjoy hanging out with each other. And also that these communities are proving to be places that are spurring each of us on to becoming more faithful followers of Jesus. So in a sense, the more time spent in these groups, the merrier. That's the first reason we're excited about it. Secondly, we're excited about it because when we've done stuff like this before, it's been absolutely great. If you've been in the church for any length of time, you'll know that this is nothing new. During the pandemic, when we met in homes across the city, and I personally think it worked absolutely great. In fact, it was much more recently than that. We had our last taste of this about a month ago during the Jubilee weekend. We couldn't meet in our school again, and actually we gathered again across the city in different homes. And when we did that, about the same number, if not more people than normal, met in those homes across our city in community groups. So that's the second reason we're excited about it. And the third reason is this, that we're excited because this gives us a chance to gather different types of people into our church community than we might have done otherwise. When we met in community groups across the city on Sunday, the 5th of June, we kind of expected that most of you lot would turn up for the reasons already mentioned. But what surprised us and really excited us was that it wasn't just you that came that Sunday. At least 6 people on Sunday, the 5th of June, when we met in homes across the city, turned up to our different meetings in those different homes, who would have been very much either on the fringes of our church community or outside of the community, and were people who wouldn't necessarily come to our meetings at King Edward's. Actually, for many people in our city, it seems that meeting in homes as a church every now and again is an easier invite than coming to a service on a Sunday. Well, that's my working hypothesis at the moment, and I'm looking forward to being able to test that hypothesis over the summer. I'm surely it's worth a go, isn't it? So we're excited about this. This isn't just a problem to solve, it's an opportunity to grab hold of. But what are we actually going to do? Well, it's going to look a bit different in each community group, I think, but things will be fairly constant. These are the things I can say across the board. Each community group is going to meet together each Sunday morning, where there'll be a chance to gather together, to eat together, and to focus on Jesus. It's possible on the odd Sunday, actually, that your group will be able to go out into the community to practically show the love of Jesus to the community as well. But there will be a meeting like that each Sunday. Now, those Sunday mornings will probably feature all or at least part of a video that we will be producing each week, which will be very similar to what we did at, say, Raw Church, if you're familiar with that term. Now, those videos will feature a worship song led by one of the worship leaders in the church, a talk from our new summer preaching series, which will be called Who Are We?, which will be starting next week, and also some guided discussion and prayer bits. So that will be happening. On top of that, we'll also be looking to sort out some resources for kids, for them to engage, that will work alongside the content for grown-ups as well. Now, so that's going to be particularly on the Sunday mornings. But on top of that, it must be said as well, there will still be a number of whole church together activities that will be happening over the summer. Just to name a few, Breathe is still going to be happening. That's our worship evening that we do on the last Sunday of each month. So on the 31st of July and the 28th of August, we will be meeting at Central House for Breathe from 7:30 to 9. Also, we will be at some point, details will follow, having a whole church picnic over the summer, we hope. And alongside that, Church Central South, drum roll please everybody, we are going to get our first taste of what those guys who've been involved in Church Central West would have called West Goes Wild. Now, details are going to follow, but all I can tell you is this is mainly for kids. It's going to be a gathering in a park in Birmingham, and it's going to be alongside our picnic, and it's going to be awesome. Keep your ears open for that. So there's going to be call it South Goes Silly. I think that was Stephen Jan's suggestion. We'll go with that for the moment. Title to be confirmed and details too. So there'll be picnic, South Goes Silly, Breathe. Also, the last thing to mention on this is we do our Zoom devotionals every day. Did you know that every weekday from 7:30 till 8 in the morning and evening, you can meet with other people from the church, in fact, around our whole family of Church Central churches, to pray and read the Bible. And that's going to be continuing over the summer. In the morning, you can just access that from the website, that's fine. In the evening, though, if you're thinking that could be a good touch point for you, please can you either email the office or talk to me, and we'll add you to a WhatsApp group, because that's a little bit more of a movable feast, okay? But Zoom devotionals, you can meet to pray or read the Bible with others from the church every weekday through the summer. Whew, not sure what time I'm on, but there was quite a lot going on, isn't there? But as you can see, I think Things will look different this summer, but we're certainly not shutting up shop for the summer months. Far from it. Actually, I'm trusting that God is going to do even more in us and through us than he would have done if things had just ticked over as usual. It's going to be different, yes, but it's going to be great. And I want to ask you all, please, can we grab hold of the opportunities of this rather different summer with both of our hands? Thanks a lot.